We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today, we got a massive slate today. Mainly it was college basketball, though. We have like over 130 games in college basketball. Massive slate there. We also have a really nice slate in the NHL. We got a few games in the NBA as well. But before we take a look at today's games, before we look at what's going down for today, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday, what went right and what went wrong in the world of sports betting for us. And looking at it for me, what went right, college basketball was a nice little bounce back day. We went 5-3. I'll let Tim break down all those games. The NHL went really right for me. I got a nice little bounce back day after struggling the night before. I sweep the board going 3-0. I added one play in about 15 minutes before the game started. Yesterday, I added an extra unit on the Carolina Hurricanes. They absolutely smashed. They took care of business. I had the Carolina Hurricanes in regulation as well. And it was a little bit of a sweat for the last game, but it was 4-1 heading into the third period. The Blues were up. I needed one goal. I think it took me until 6 or 7 minutes left in the third period. I finally got that goal. Blues win 5-1, over 5.5 cashes. Beautiful day there. 3-0 in the NHL, up 3 units. Happy with a little bounce back there for some hockey. And then I turned and looked at the NBA, and I looked away from it because nothing went right in the NBA for me. We went 0-4. Luckily, one of those was just a half-unit play on a money line. Hawks did not show up. The Thunder did not show up, and neither did the Spurs. All three of them got absolutely obliterated. So not good on that end. But it is what it is. We'll move on. I finished overall yesterday 8-7, up 0.9 units. So can't complain. Screw you, NBA, for totally killing a really good day for me. And hopefully today's a good day.
Yeah, I will say, yesterday I did not grab your Thunder, but I grabbed your other two, so those are two losers for me. But yesterday, NBA, 3-4 for me. They were all up on the site. Losers being the under in that Utah game. I figured, Utah was missing like half their team, so they're not going to be scoring much. And apparently they did not get that memo. So that one went into the 230s. Loser there. Spurs, loser. Washington. I had Washington +6, did not work out. And then I had Atlanta +3. Winners yesterday being the Dallas Mavericks -2.5. That was quite nice. The Denver Nuggets -7.5. Easy win there. Sacramento was trash. And Cleveland -5.5. That one was a little bit scary for a little bit in the third quarter, I believe, because that one got to be a close game. I think it got to be tied at one point. And then Cleveland kind of took over from there. So nice win for Cleveland there. So 3-4 could have been worse. NHL, as you mentioned, you went 2-0 on the site with Carolina and with the over. So that kind of worked out there. And then college basketball yesterday with a 5-3 day. Did not look like a good day to start off because we had losses from Boston U, the under in Marquette, and Milwaukee, Detroit, like right off the bat. And right after that, winners from Cornell, the under in Cornell, the under in Youngstown, the over in Robert Morris, Navy -13, and the under in Marist. So it kind of worked out nicely. And we end up having a 5-3 profitable day. A little bit nervous about today. We have 58 plays in college basketball. So a little bit of a big slate for us today. Excited to get into it. Those are all up on the site. I don't preach the premium stuff that often. EarleSportsBets.com/promo. Use the code, I believe, year, $40, and you can get all 58 of our college basketball plays for today, along with, I think Nick has 10 NHL plays up, and I have 3 NBA games. So we've got like 70 plays up for today. So EarleSportsBets.com/promo. Even just the $40 for today's games, that's like 40-something cents a game. So if you guys are interested in that, go ahead, check that out. Links in the description below. We're ready for a big day. Who else is ready for a big day? Terry Edelman is. Good morning, Terry. Let's get it. Mike Glennon. Do we have anything to say to Mike Glennon today?
It's going to be the Jake Fromm show on Sunday.
Okay. Tim, you feel better? Yes, ibuprofen is really nice. Thanks, Nick, for your awesome play day. NHL, hit the like button. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Do you think it would be reasonable to make an 11-leg parlay? No, I'm going to stop you right there. No. For each NHL game to have at least 4 goals scored today.
Oh.
That's interesting. So it'd be over 3.5 per game?
Yeah. It'd be over 4 probably, which means a 2-2 will push. This is fun. I think if there's one game that would ruin it, if I had to pick one game out of anything to ruin it, it's New York and Anaheim. If Shesterkin is in net, that could easily be a 2-1 game. Other than that, I mean, yeah, go for it.
All right,
I think we see goals.
Supness. All right, we're good to go. We are going crazy in the NHL today. Yep.
Yeah, we are.
I'm ready. Terry is ready for today. Did you guys miss Mike Glennon?
I don't know. He went, 4 for 11 passing for 12 yards or something on Sunday? No, I don't miss Mike Glennon.
Yes, 11-leg parlays are totally reasonable.
The casinos will say that too.
That's fair. I will say one thing about these 2 football games coming up today. I don't have any money in the NFL today. I just want to say that right now. I didn't bet any of these. This will be a Nick thing, so I'll introduce the games. I'll let Nick talk about each one of these. I honestly did not look at them, with me being dead until about 7 o'clock last night. And then after that, all I was working on was college basketball. So I did not have time to look at those 2 games. Nick, Kansas City's at Denver. Kansas City's now a 10.5-point favorite, total of 45. Kansas City needs a win. I know a win and a Tennessee loss to get that 1 seed. I know they're going to be playing. Denver just recently got eliminated. What are we thinking for this game?
Yeah, if we look at this one here, by the way, if you guys like the Chiefs today, or my bad, if you like the Titans tomorrow, you like the Titans minus 10 tomorrow, you're betting the Chiefs today. Because if the Chiefs lose today, that Titans line turns into probably Titans minus 3 from 10. So that's what you're looking at here, because they're not going to – if the Titans see that the Chiefs lose today, they're not starting anybody. So I'll just say for starters, I also have the Titans minus 10 tomorrow because I had the Chiefs minus 10 today. The Chiefs are coming in 11-5. They're 8-8 against the spread. They're 9-7 over under. They're 4-3 on the road. The Denver Broncos come into this game 7-9. They're 7-9 against the spread. They're 4-12 over under. They're 4-4 on the road. Chiefs defense has been better than we expected this year. I will say that. They did get torched a little bit against the Cincinnati Bengals last week, but they're still 13th in the NFL in points allowed. Now, they will give up yards. Kansas City's defense, they're 26th in total yards allowed, 28th in passing yards allowed, 17th in rushing yards allowed. But once you get into the red zone, they will shut you down, only allowing 21.3 points per game, which is 13th in the NFL. And I think one thing you don't have to worry about with the Chiefs defense is them really giving up many points today. This is a Broncos offense that averages less than 20 points a game, and they have Drew Lock in. Since they have had Drew Lock, they lost 34-13 against the Chargers, 17-13 against the Raiders, and 15-10 against the Bengals. So this is not a it's not a Denver team I'm particularly scared of. This is going to be a game that Kansas City comes out. They're pissed about what happened last week. You all already know that. And they're going to try to just stomp them here because they've had a really good record against them in previous games against the Broncos. I think this is one of those games where, do you really expect Drew Lock to get much in this game? This game has 27-6 written all over it. I'm going to take the Chiefs. I'm going to lay the points. I got it at 10. I don't mind it at 10.5. I'd bet it all the way up to probably 13. So Chiefs minus 10. I think that's just the smart play here.
I like it. I'm going to pass, but leaning Chiefs. That's fair. 10 points is a lot, but hey, that's fun. Other game tonight. This one's at 8:15. I'm not sure motivation for this one. The Cowboys are 3.5-point favorites in this game. Against the Eagles, 44.5 is the total. I know that the Cowboys have already locked up a division, I believe, with a win, and then they have to have what were the teams? They would be rooting for the Seahawks and the Niners, I believe, and then maybe even Carolina, just because they want to move up and down those 2 to 4 rank. They can't get the 1 seed, so I don't really think there's that much motivation. Eagles on the other side, no matter what, they're going to hold on to that. I think it's 7 seed. So I really don't think there's going to be a big difference in where their motivation is. I could see both sides resting players and getting ready for the postseason. So I personally didn't touch this one. Nick, what are you thinking?
I don't want to touch this game with a 10.5-foot pole. I'm just going to make this pretty sweet and simple. I passed on this game, and there's a lot of players out for this game. For the Cowboys, no Tony Pollard, no Trayvon Brown, tackle Tyrone Smith. Elliott's probable. No Micah Parsons. Blake Jarwin is questionable. Let me see who else. Robinson is out. There's a bunch of Gallup is had tore his ACL. He's going to be out.
There you go. For the playoffs.
And on the other side, we have Jalen Hurts is probable. Eagles, you already have a spot in the playoffs. You can't really move up much. Don't start Jalen Hurts here. Put in Gardner Minshew. If you tell me Gardner Minshew, I'll be interested a little bit in the Eagles. And then they got hit by COVID. No Stoll, Singleton, Boston Scott, McLeod, Maddox, Howard, Hergbig, Cox, no Fletcher Cox, no Dallas Goedert. So these are both teams that have been hit by COVID, hit by injuries. This is just, you don't have to get to this game. This is one of those Week 18 games I want absolutely nothing to do with because there's no motivation on either side.
Yeah, I think the only point that I would make, if Gardner Minshew is in, that's when I would want to be betting this game and going after Philadelphia. Just because I feel like Gardner Minshew is going to want to play for a possible job for another team next year.
Gardner Minshew is an animal, yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like he would have some motivation, but if it's Jalen Hurts playing, I don't really want to be interested in it. Just because I don't know whether or not he plays the entire game. He probably doesn't. This is just a spot that if Jalen Hurts is put in, I'll have a bet on this game and I'll have the Eagles, but I'm not going to be betting this one, most likely.
Yeah. Trying to see if
I don't think they announced anything yet. Maybe took a look at the over last time Minshew played. He looked great, and the Cowboys have some injuries on defense.
Yeah, if Gardner Minshew plays, I will put up Eagles team total over 20. If Gardner Minshew plays.
If Gardner Minshew plays, we'll put up the Eagles as a free play up on EarleSportsBets.com, most likely.
Well, I wouldn't bet the Eagles now because you could have gotten them 7.5 earlier in the week. So I don't want them now when you could have gotten them.
If it's Gardner Minshew, I don't care. Because I think that the Eagles win this game straight up if Gardner Minshew plays.
Yeah, I know. That's just me being me, knowing that I could have gotten a dramatically better line. 4 points is a huge difference, especially when you cross through that 7. It's just one of those where I feel like I don't want it. If I couldn't get the 7.5. For me,
we'll see.
Yeah, this would be Eagles or nothing. But if Gardner Minshew's in, then maybe. If not, then I'm not really interested in this game.
That's all. That's fair. Those are the 2 NFL games for today. We do get a small little 6-game NBA slate. We'll go ahead and start off. This one's a 3:30 game, Nick.
Yeah, and disclaimer, I did not bet a single NBA game today. I did not handicap a single NBA game today because I was worried with the 11-game hockey slate and all the college basketball today. I have no interest in any of these games. Memphis Grizzlies are at the LA Clippers here. 3:30 game, which means it's a 12:30 game in LA when this game is being played. 2-point spread, total 215.5. Where are you looking?
This is actually one game that I passed on. I'll say I bet half the games today. 3 out of the 6. It's fine. This one would have to be heavily based um, on who's playing, because we know that Paul George remains out. John Morant's doubtful for today's game. Desmond Bane's questionable with a quad. No Steven Adams. Zubac is questionable. Luke Kennard out. Kyle Anderson is doubtful. This is just a game that has a lot of injuries, and I feel like this one's the early game degen special. I think, if anything, it's a lean towards the Clippers. A lot of people are seeing how good this Memphis team is playing, how strong they are against the spread, and I feel like this could be a very similar spot to, I believe it was last week when the Celtics played against the Suns and everybody was on the Suns. I feel like everybody's going to be on Memphis. It would be a lean towards the Clippers for me, but I'm not interested in this game. I feel like this one's going to be my, I think, trap spot, but I'm not enough for me to want to go after the Clippers in this one. I passed on the 3:30 game.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Then we'll move on to the next matchup here. My bad. You're looking at the chat.
Yeah. Mike Lennon saying, boo, NHL. NHL will be in a minute. Lick the like button. What? Good morning. Good morning. All right, let's keep rolling. This will start the, I believe, 7 o'clock games.
Yeah, Utah Jazz are at the Indiana Pacers in this one. Here, the Jazz are 3-point road favorites in this game. Total of 223. Where are you looking at for this one?
Indiana all day. I know that Karis LeVert's questionable for today. Brogdon's questionable for today. But god damn, have you seen the Indiana lineup or the Utah lineup for today? Or any of the injuries?
No.
Utah's, I'm surprised that this game is going to even get played. Utah is going to be without Mitchell, without Rudy Gobert, Conley, Bogdanovich, Clarkson, Gay, and then even a couple of bench players that, aren't as big. Indiana also has Durant that's questionable. Warren's been out all year. Craig's going to be out today. He hasn't played. He played on the 4th. So there's a bunch of players. I'm surprised that this game's even getting played. I'm on Indiana +3. I think they win this game straight up. This Jazz team is beat up, and they're on a second leg of a back-to-back after playing. Who did they play last night? Toronto. And they beat Toronto, which was a little bit surprising. Right? They beat Toronto. I think they beat Toronto last night because I don't know. I don't remember whether or not they won or lost last night. Let's see. No, Toronto beat them. What was I thinking then? Oh, Utah was up big at halftime. That's what it was. And then I stopped paying attention to the game. Okay, fair enough.
So Utah covered?
No, not even. Oh, no, they did. They were at 13. Yeah, they covered by a point, which I almost grabbed that last night. No, this is a 100% an Indiana spot for me. I grabbed them +3 and sprinkle on the money line.
Fair enough.
Back to the chat.
Yes.
Miss Tanika says good morning, or LMAO. She's laughing at us. They played yesterday. 2 Jazz. Yeah, the Jazz played yesterday. Indiana didn't, right? Indiana didn't play yesterday. Unless I'm going crazy.
I don't remember reading their name.
No, last time Indiana played was a 129-121 loss. The game that Kyrie Irving came back. They lose to. Yeah, they lost. I got you. Lenny making TikTok videos. Yes. Pacers money line. Yeah, I have a feeling Pacers. You had Toronto -11. There you go.
Good line.
Oh God. Let's go to this game, Nick.
Stop it. Get some help.
All right, we'll go ahead and move on to the next. Go ahead, Nick.
Orlando Magic are at the Detroit Pistons. Pistons are 2.5-point home favorites. Total 212.5 in this game, Tim. Makes me wish I handicapped this late. Totally. What are you looking at for this one?
I passed. Can we move on? No, I'm kidding. These are the 2 worst teams in the NBA. 7-32 for Orlando, 7-30 for Detroit. Both teams have been a lot better at covering spreads than we expected, though. 17-22 for Orlando, 17-20 for Detroit. But no, this is not a spot that I'm interested in. There is plenty of other games today. You do not need to be betting this one. If you find an edge on this one, have fun, good luck. But 2.5 points is not enough for me to take Orlando with, and I'm not taking a Detroit as a favorite, so I'm passing in this game.
Yeah, I feel like these two teams are so bad that they deserve this twice.
Stop it. Get some help.
Sorry, that deserved 2 of the 1-800-GAMBLERS.
Well, Lex Steele is betting this game. He's betting the Magic. Okay, good luck. If you're looking to bet it, go with the dog. Fair enough.
There's one thing I want to look up real quick with this game before we move on.
Yeah,
to the
KG,
next one.
we're going Pacers all day. That's my favorite NBA play today.
All right, I want to look at as a favorite this year what these two teams' records are, which I can almost guarantee. The Detroit Pistons as a favorite this year are 1-1.
Has Orlando been a favorite this year?
Orlando.
I know they're 2.5 point dogs, but have they been a favorite this year?
I don't think so. I don't see their name on this list.
There you go.
Good
morning, bros. How about them Cavs? I had those Cavs last night. I didn't watch the game, but hey, if you say Rondo didn't look that bad, I know that's going to be a nice piece for them to have in that lineup. I have a feeling. I know Cleveland is currently. Where are they? They dropped down to 6th in the Eastern Conference, but I still think they're a contender. I still think they're a contender in that playoffs. What division? Oh, they're in the division with Chicago and Milwaukee, but I still think they're a contender when it comes to the playoffs. Let's move.
Yeah, Milwaukee is at the Charlotte Hornets in this game, Tim. I looked at this one when you first typed it in because I haven't taken a minute to look at any of these games, and I saw Hornets -2, and I thought the books are screaming at me to bet the Hornets here at -2. The total is 234.5. What's your thoughts on this game? That was just my initial instincts.
Well, are the Hornets a good home team? Yes, they are. They're 10-5, 12-3 against the spread at home. But no, I don't think that I don't think this is a good spot for them. Milwaukee. I know they played last night versus Milwaukee versus Brooklyn, but I feel like this is a good spot for them still. I grabbed them +1.5 against, or I grabbed them on the money line. Sorry, against Charlotte. I know Drew Holiday is out, but I feel like this is a trap spot. People are going to see Charlotte. They're going to see them as a small favorite against Milwaukee and think, "Ooh, this could be a good spot for them because they're at home and Milwaukee played last night, and Milwaukee's going to be without Drew Holiday." I just feel like this is a trap spot for that one. I like Milwaukee in this game. I think they get the job done. They're the best. They're the second best team in the Eastern Conference for a reason. I think they continue to go good. I'm grabbing Milwaukee money line today.
Yeah, I know that you already put this play up on the site, and you're the guy that always puts up the NBA stuff. I'm gonna have to disagree with you here. I'm not gonna bet it, but looking at this game, I haven't looked at this slate at all, so take this with a grain of salt. But my initial look would be Charlotte in this game. Charlotte, they're 6-3 as a favorite this year. And do you want to take a guess what Milwaukee's record as an underdog this year is?
Probably not too good.
No, they get blown. Or they are 3-7 against the spread, and the what is the MOV? I believe that's the average differential. They on average, when they're an underdog, lose the game by 8.1 points, and they lose against the spread by 4.7. So usually, when the Bucks are an underdog, the Bucks are an underdog for a reason. So I would lean with the Hornets in this spot. Obviously, I'm not betting it. I'm not going against the plays you put up as a premium. So this is, I think, the first time I've really disagreed with one of your premium plays. But I would have to go the opposite way here with this one.
That's fair. It's okay to disagree. But we'll go ahead back to the chat. Houston first half at -6, and then the over
He's talking about the
62.5.
Cougars.
Yeah, I know who he's talking about. We have Houston as we
12.5.
we have
We
Houston
bet Houston.
minus on the spread. We have them, and then you say over 62.5, so that would end up equaling to 125. So yeah, why not? I don't mind that. Purdue -5 first half. Feel like a big letdown spot for Penn State. That's fair. We have Purdue at -8 full game, so it'd probably be, if at a -5, we would have it probably a slight lean towards Penn State first half, but not anything we'd be interested in. We don't bet first halves. We have 58 plays on full games anyway. Mike Glennon's just looking forward to hockey. I think he should focus on football.
We all are. We all are, Mike
over
Glennon.
Bucks and Hornets. That's a lot of points, but yeah, I don't mind that. Well, we got two games left in the NBA though, Nick. I'll run through them real quick. Go.
New York Knicks are at the Boston Celtics in this one here. Celtics are 7-point home favorites. Around 208 is the total in this game. What's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, these guys just played 2 days ago? Yeah. It was in New York. Boston was up like 15, 20 points and lost the game straight up in regulation. Am I betting this one? No, I am not. I'm not interested in this game. Derrick Rose still out. Kemba's still out. A couple players on Boston still out. It would be a lean towards the Knicks at +7, but I just do not trust them on the road. So this is just not a spot that I'm interested in. I'm passing on this game.
This would not be a spot where I would come anywhere close to touching the New York Knicks, especially after what they did the last game against Boston. You know Boston ain't going to let that happen again.
Yeah. Miss Grizzly game. What's the lean or the play for? I like Memphis moneyline. I didn't bet it, but I will say, if anything, it's a lean towards the Clippers in that one for me. The only reason why I feel like it's a very similar game to last week's Phoenix Suns and Boston Celtics when everybody was on the Suns. It was the early game.
In that game.
It's a lean towards the home Clippers just because I believe Memphis is without Morant and a couple other players, so it would be a lean towards the Clippers. Come on, hockey. I know, Terry. I know. Miami Heat game next, Nick. This is the last game on the slate.
Yeah, Suns are 8.5-point home favorites against the Miami Heat, totally 218. Your thoughts on this one?
It's another dog that I grabbed. I grabbed the Heat +8.5. I just feel like this is too many points to give the Heat. They're a very scrappy team. Even with Butler questionable, Bam's still out. I feel like this game could be a lot more competitive than people think. Phoenix has been playing well, but they haven't been like blowing out their opponents. I mean, actually, that's kind of a lie. The last 3 games they've covered a 10.5, a 6.5, and 1.5. But this is just a spot where I really think this Heat team comes out and keeps it close. Am I betting the money line? No, I am not. But these are two good teams. Miami is 24-15 this year, and 30-8 for Phoenix. This is a spot where I think that this is a good dog spot, +8.5 for the Miami Heat.
Yeah, plus Miami Heat's one of those teams where, as a dog, they've been complete money this year.
They really have.
All I remember from the Miami Heat is when they were missing everybody, they turned into 7-point underdogs, and then bam, they're winning by like 20 points straight up. Like, that's all I remember from the Miami Heat.
Yeah, Miami Heat
as an underdog this year.
22-17 against the spread, 21-17 against the spread for Phoenix. So half a game difference.
Also, if we look at what Miami has done as an underdog this year, they're 11-2 against the spread when they're catching points.
There you go. But yeah, I'm just gonna go grab the Heat today and move on. So there you go. There's our complete NBA slate. Back to the chat. Terry's gonna convince me to bet the Wild today. Boston for a revenge game, and he said Boston money line. No, not at -7. I don't know, Mike Glennon. Lots of injuries for the Wild. That's fair. Not fading the Wild, but I understand why someone would want to. That's fair. Sorry. Harry, when you drop in the card, maybe an OT. 12 p.m. parfait teaser. You like NC State money line. Lean towards Clemson for us, but didn't bet it. UMass money line. And the under. We like the under. UMass, that's fine. Purdue over. If it's one. Wait, is that Juan? Is that a teaser? He said teaser, but I know that like. All right. If it's 133, then yeah, we have that game around 140. So you gotta check that one. St. John's under. I like it. UConn +8. I like it. Houston, I like. Over. It would be a lean to the over on that one, yes. And then Arkansas over. Arkansas? Am I just missing this one? Arkansas doesn't play at noon. I don't see Arkansas. I might be going crazy, but I don't see Arkansas at noon.
You might be going crazy.
Well, I am crazy. That's not the point. But good luck today, Lex. Terry puts his thing up on the on his Google Drive or Google Docs, whatever it is. All right, Nick. Ready to run through some hockey?
Yeah.
We'll start off. Pittsburgh Penguins are in Dallas facing off against the Stars. Penguins are -125 favorite, total of 5.5. Where are you looking for this one, Nick?
Yeah, it's funny. The only thing I can think in my head when we're transitioning to hockey is that the moment in TED 2 where Ted gets to go up and testify for himself. He's running up to the thing going, "My turn, a-holes." Yeah, hockey time, my turn. Pittsburgh Penguins at the Dallas Stars. This should be a good one here. Tristan Jarry is projected in net, and I believe it's going to be Jake Ottinger in net, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, both of them confirmed. And there is a freight train coming down the world of the NHL. Their name is called the Pittsburgh Penguins. They have won 10 games in a row. They've puck-lined those teams in 7 of those 10 games. I am not fading this Penguins team, especially the way they're scoring goals. Since the return from the COVID break, 8 goals against the Sharks, 5 goals against the Blues, 6 goals against the Flyers. I don't see that stopping tonight. I see at least 4 goals from them again today. They've gone over in all three games since coming back. This is a really good Pittsburgh team, and I wouldn't talk people off of looking at Pittsburgh Stanley Cup futures or Pittsburgh divisional futures or Pittsburgh Eastern Conference futures. You can get the Penguins for +360 to win that division. I wouldn't talk people off of that. And I saw the other day you can get Tristan Jarry for 16 to 1 to win the Vezina. I wouldn't talk people off of Tristan Jarry, who's looked absolutely phenomenal this year after looking abysmal in that playoff series against the Islanders last year. He's 17-5-4, 1.90 goals allowed average on .933 save percentage. He has 3 shutouts this year. And plain and simple here, I'm taking the Penguins. I got him at -107. I would still take him at -125. And I'm going over 5.5 in this game. I see goals from the Penguins. I can see 1 or 2 goals from the Dallas Stars. And I see this being a 4-2 type of game. So I'm going Penguins and over the total to start the game. To start today's slate. This was the brunch special, as Melissa likes to call it, here at 2 o'clock with the Penguins and the Stars.
Sounds good. By the way, Lex, with your Arkansas, I just found them. Yeah, they do play at 1 o'clock. And yes, that over looks good to me. Penguins on fire. What up? Sadly, I see the Penguins now. I think LeBron.
Why?
I don't know. Rodriguez props a bit money. I lean Dallas, but going with the draw. But I'm horrible with hockey day games, so be careful. Haha. Still grabbing my home dog in this one. Tickets were way too high, but I'm definitely for a game, but definitely going to be money.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't talk people off of Dallas, but I'm not jumping in front of Pittsburgh.
That's 100% fair. We'll keep on rolling through the slate. Oh, I accidentally did that. Okay. New Jersey Devils and the Columbus Blue Jackets are up next. Columbus is around a 115 favorite. Total is 6.5 in this game. Where are you looking at this one, Nick?
Yeah, I got this. I bet this game yesterday. And it looks like we might have Merzlikins back. Let me take a look here. Who our projected goalies for this game are? We have Elvis Merzlikins projected, potentially expected today to return off the IR with a lower body injury, and Mackenzie Blackwood on the other side. Still lots of injuries on both these teams. We all know what the Devils are going through. No Dougie, no Johansson, no Sharangovich, no Thompson, no Zaka. On the other side, no Texier, no Bayreuther, no Tarasov, no Werenski for Columbus. Here's the pretty plain and simple truth. I was on the over 5.5 the last time these two teams played. It was 2-1. I don't see that happening again. I'm going over 6. It's 6.5 now. I probably would lean that way as well. I see this being a high-scoring game. I don't see another little barn burner 2-1 type of game between these two again. These two teams have been two of the better over teams in hockey as of late. The Devils have gone. That was their first under since December 19th. They had gone over in 4 straight games previous to that. They've gone over in 8 of their last 10. And that was the first under since December 9th for the Blue Jackets, who had gone over in 6 straight games since then. So I expected a higher scoring game in this one here. I got over 6 at around minus 108. It's around over 6.5 now at plus 101. I was still leaning that way. I expect more goals in this game than we got the last game.
That's fair. Okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah,
LeBron has part ownership in the Pittsburgh Penguins. Yep, LeBron owns part of it. Dallas sucks. I love a good Stars game to start off day drinking.
There you go.
We'll keep on rolling. This is supposed to be a good matchup. The Boston Bruins and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Lightning are 175 favorites, total of 5.5. What are we thinking for this one, Nick?
Yeah, I got 2 Atlantic Division rivals here. If you told me these two teams will play in the first round or a second round of the playoffs, I'd be like, yeah, makes sense. Boston Bruins are not as good though this year than they have been previous years. Boston comes into this game 17, 11, and 2. They're 12 and 18 against the spread. They're 14 and 16 over under. They're 8, 5, and 1 on the road. We have Tampa Bay, who is 23, 8, and 5. They're 16 and 20 against the spread. They're 19 and 16 over under. They're 12, 3, and 3 at home this year. Here's the pretty plain and simple truth. I don't trust Boston right now. They lost 3-2 versus the Minnesota Wild, which played, I believe, the last period without Kirill Kaprizov. They were suffering through a lot of injuries. They had a backup goalie in. And it was a slight step up in competition, for Boston. Because before that, so far since returning from the break, they played the New Jersey Devils, the Detroit Red Wings, and the Buffalo Sabres. Not good teams. I'm sorry, Tim. Buffalo's not good. And that was a huge step up in competition. And the way that this Tampa Bay Lightning team is playing right now, I think this is an even bigger step up in competition from the Wild. And I'm sorry, Terry, but I think the current form, the Lightning are a better team than the Wild with the injuries the Wild have. I think if it comes playoff time and these two play in the Stanley Cup, I'll have a ticket for Minnesota. But the way Tampa Bay is playing right now, they got Kucherov back. This is looking like a better overall team. And I got this at minus 130. My bad, minus 131 for the Tampa Bay Lightning yesterday. I don't know if I would touch it at minus 175, but I got the Lightning here, and I got over 5.5. I think there we see goals in this game. I see 4-2, 5-2 Lightning, something along those lines. So if you guys want to target the team total over for the Lightning at 3.5 at plus 115, I won't talk you off of that one either. I like the Lightning here, and you would probably have to go Lightning in regulation now at minus 125. I think that's a reasonable price for that. And I'm going over 5.5 in this game.
Not bad. I know you love your overs, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, first period, money line. Roll with it. Speaking of rolling, let's keep on rolling. We get the San Jose Sharks in Philadelphia for the next game. Sharks around a 120 favorite, total of 6 in this game. Where are you looking in this one, Nick?
Stop it. Get some help.
This matchup sucks. You know how I can tell this matchup sucks? Because I'm looking at the Flyers in this game a little bit. We have San Jose coming in 18-16-1. They're 16-19 against the spread. They're 15-20 over under. They're 9-9 away from the Shark Tank this year. On the other side, the Philadelphia Flyers are 15-13-6. They're 16-18 against the spread. They're 17-17 over under. They're 6-7-2 at home. Sharks finally coming off a win. They put in Adin Hill. James Reimer had looked like absolute crap up until then. So I felt like the Sharks had no other option than to put in Adin Hill. And it appears that James Reimer is day-to-day with a lower body injury. If I'm the head coach for the Sharks, I'm not putting him in. But this is a game I'm just staying completely away from. Martin Jones is confirmed in net for Philadelphia. We have for the San Jose Sharks, no Carlson, no LeBlanc, no Bolsers, no Couturier. On the other side, for Philadelphia, they're still without Brassard. They're still without Provorov, with Couturier, with Ellis, with Claude Giroux, without Konechny, without Sanheim, without Thompson. There's too many players missing for me to get involved in the Philadelphia Flyers here. It'll be a lean towards the home dog. Am I getting involved in this game? Hell no. Pass here.
There you go. There you go. Don't be sorry, Nick. It's true. What's up, Tim and Nick? I already hit the like button. Damn right you did. If you guys haven't hit the like button already, you guys are not going to win any of your plays today. It's just proven facts. So make sure you guys hit that like button.
Yeah, I only say sorry when I say negative about Minnesota.
And by the way, Nick, that was a little bit rude. He's Canadian. It's sorry, not sorry. It's sorry.
I'm sorry. Eh?
There you go. But we get to go ahead and move on. We get the Toronto Maple Leafs heading into Colorado to face against the Avalanche. Avalanche are 160 favorites in this game. Total of 6.5. Nick, where are we looking in this one?
Yeah, remember last game when I clicked the 1-800-GAMBLER button? This is about as far away from that as possible. These are arguably the two best teams in hockey right now. The way that the Colorado Avalanche are playing and the way that the Toronto Maple Leafs are playing, these are two teams that I feel like are going to have an amazing regular season to fall in the first or second round of the playoffs. These are what those two teams do. I mean, that's what the Avalanche have done the last few seasons. That's what Toronto is infinitely known for. I don't think they've won a playoff series in our lifetime, Tim. Toronto comes into this game 22-8-2. They're 13-19 against the spread. They're 14-17 over under. They're 8-4-1 away from home. Colorado 28-2. They're 16-14 against the spread. 20-7 over under this year. 20-7. 12-2-1 at home this year. I think this is a pretty plain and simple play. I ain't touching the side here. I ain't touching minus 160 with the Avalanche, as amazing as they have been lately. They've won 3 straight. They've won 8 of their last 9 games. They've looked absolutely dominant since the break, other than the first period. In the first period against the Ducks and the second period against the Blackhawks. They won 4-2, 4-3, 7-1. This is a team that you can pencil them in for 4 goals a game. They've only not put up 4 goals once in their last 10 games, and that was a 3-2 win against Florida. You can get Colorado team total over 3.5 at minus 125. I wouldn't talk anyone off of that. I like over. I got over 6 at minus 116 yesterday. It's at 6.5 now. It's at 6.5 now, heavily juiced. So when I was, I remember during Game Time Decision a couple days ago, Lenny was like, with all these overs, do you think we can potentially see a 7 eventually? And the first game I thought of was this game today, that we could have seen a 7 as a total. We're seeing 6.5 heavily juiced towards the over. That this game could potentially move to a 7. And I would still like the over in this game. I think we see absolute goals in this one here. If I had to pick a side, you're giving me plus 140 with the Maple Leafs. I might have to take a shot with them. But I'm going to go over 6 in this game between Colorado and Toronto.
I like it. Head back to the chat. Baylor -5 first half. I gotta find where the game is. We have freaking 5 pages worth of notes for today. Oh, here it is. We have them -9 full game, so do with that information as you wish. So I guess it would be probably 4.5 as their our projected line for that first half. So I don't know if we would take the -5 that way, but we'll see. We'll keep rolling, Nick. Another good matchup for today: Florida Panthers and the Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes. Well, actually, this one's kind of a pick 'em at this point. 105, total of 6. Where are you looking in this one, Nick?
This is an Eastern Conference final in the making here. Florida Panthers, Carolina Hurricanes. We have some really, really good matchups today, like potential future playoff matchups between Pittsburgh and Dallas, 2 playoff teams. We had Boston and Tampa Bay, 2 potential playoff teams. Toronto and Colorado, 2 teams that if you tell me they play in the Stanley Cup, I'd be like, makes sense. Florida and Carolina, Washington and Minnesota. And maybe Ducks and Rangers as well. But we have some really good matchups today with some playoff teams or potential playoff teams in them, and I love today's slate. I'm on the Carolina Hurricanes in this one here. I'm not one to want to step in front of this Hurricanes team right now, the way they are playing. They only went and put up 6 goals last night versus the Calgary Flames. They're 2-1 on back-to-back, so I'm not particularly worried about them playing 2 games in 2 days because they've been fine with that. They've won 5 straight games. They've won 9 of their last 10. They've won every single game since the COVID break. 4-0 against Montreal, 7-4 against the Columbus Blue Jackets, 6-3 versus the Calgary Flames. This is a Stanley Cup contender here. And the Carolina Hurricanes, they score goals. They play good defense. Number 1 in goals allowed this season. Frederick Anderson's been absolutely phenomenal this season for the Carolina Hurricanes, and they are a force to be reckoned with in the Metro Division. So I'm going with the Carolina Hurricanes. I got them at -105. I really like this spot for them, even on a second half of a back-to-back with Antti Raanta potentially in net. I love them at home here. 11-3 at PNC Arena. PNC probably one of the best arenas to play in hockey. And I've been there a few times, so I understand the atmosphere there. It's a great atmosphere. Carolina is a great home team. I'm not stepping in front of them here. There's a couple Metro teams I'm not stepping in front of. Pittsburgh and Carolina. I mean the Hurricanes.
Let's get it. Where's my mouse? There it is. We'll keep moving on. I think this one's going to be an all right matchup. I know that this is what you would like as your Stanley Cup matchup. We get the Washington Capitals in Minnesota taking on the Wild. It's about a pick 'em in this game. Total of 6. Where are you going in this one, Nick?
Yeah, if I get this as a Stanley Cup Finals matchup, I'll be guaranteed at least a 16-1 ticket to cash. These are my 2 Stanley Cup teams that I bet to win the Stanley Cup. I have the Alexander Ovechkin MVP ticket. These are 2 teams I really like. And I think heading into next season, I'll probably have Kirill Kaprizov to win the MVP as one of my tickets as well. Washington 27-8. They're 20-15 against the spread. They're 18-15 over under. They're 10-4-3 on the road. They head to Minnesota, who are 20-10-2. They're 16-16 against the spread. They're 12-20 over under. They're 10-3-1 at home. And I'm going to do the boring thing here. I'm passing on this game. I don't have any interest on the side. These are 2 teams that I really love this season. It'd be a lean. Cover your ears, Terry. It'd be a lean towards the Washington Capitals with all the injuries that these Minnesota Wild are going through right now. I was close to betting the Capitals and a little bit of a potential bounce back spot today. I know Minnesota is a very tough team to bounce back against. And they're going to be without Backstrom and Oshie again today, I think. Backstrom's expected back on the 10th. And Oshie is expected back on the 10th as well. So this would be a lean towards the Capitals. it's a wild game, so it's a lean towards an over. Not one I got to, not one I'm going to be getting to most likely. So it's a pass here.
All right. Terry says, let's go Caps. He's on the Capitals tonight all day. The Caps were disappointing yesterday. I'm busting on you, Terry, right now. Broden is out tonight too. Brodin, sorry. Thoughts on the Grizzlies game? Pass, but lean towards Clippers. Wild have a ton of injuries. Yes, they do. Hurricanes team total over.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't talk you off of that one. The Hurricanes are doing nothing but scoring goals and playing good defense.
There you go. We got 4 NHL games left. We get to go to Nashville playing up against the Coyotes. Nashville's a slight 270 favorite in this game, total of 5.5. Where are you looking at this one, Nick?
Yeah, they're that big of a favorite, and I think it's a well-deserved that big of a favorite. I'm not touching a side in this game, though. Absolutely not. This is just not a game I felt a need to get to a side in. It would be a lean towards the Coyotes at plus 215 just because they're plus 215. I'm trying to see where I got to. I think I got to the total in this game. I'm just trying to remember if I bet it or not is the question. Because I have so many college basketball today. I'm trying to remember if I got to it. I think I did. If not, then it was.
We're looking at, let's see, Columbus.
Nope.
Toronto.
I don't think I did.
BGK, Chicago, Detroit, Lakers.
Nope, I didn't bet this one. This was one I was leaning towards. I just didn't bet it. Okay. I think I would leaning towards the 5.5, and I didn't bet it, or it's at least not on my bet slip. I'd be leaning towards the over 5.5 in this game at minus 118. If we take a look at the Arizona Coyotes, don't look now. They've been scoring some goals lately. Granted, they're going to be going up against a much better goaltender tonight in UC Saros, but recently 6 goals against Chicago and 7 goals against San Jose. They only put up 1 against the Jets, but this is a Coyotes team that is finally back above 2 goals per game this season. They're still number 31 in the NHL in that category. Taking on Nashville, a team I'm not looking to step in front of right now. I think they're 10-1-1 in their last 12 games, so not a team I'm looking to get in front of. But they've done a really good job of making the Preds extremely difficult to back today. Actually, this line's dropped at 240 now. And it would be even money on the puck line for the Preds. So I guess that would be my lean. Would be just taking the puck line here at even money, but I'm going to pass on this game.
That's fair. Don't have to bet everything.
You don't?
Okay, I got it. Switching out Arkansas over 140, which I like, and putting in North Dakota State -6 in football. Run with it, dude. I did not look at that game, so good luck. Good luck. For my hopes, I hope that they win. For you. Only for you, Lex. We'll go ahead and move on, though. Chicago Blackhawks, Vegas Golden Knights. Knights are on a 250 favorite, total of 6 in this game. Where are we running?
Absolutely not the Blackhawks. Yeah, this is a spot. I have a side and a total in this one. I like the over, and I like the Vegas Golden Knights. So, I mean, that would lead me also to a potential team total over with the Knights because they're doing nothing but scoring goals right now. This was a team I was looking at the other night against the Rangers. Unfortunately, never pulled the trigger. And I was very pissed that I didn't because they announced Georgiev in net about 20 minutes before the game started. And I really wanted to bet him, and I never did because it moved up to like a minus 170. So I didn't see any value on that. So I'm on Vegas puck line. I am on the over 5.5. It is now at 6. So I beat a little bit of a line movement there. I beat a little bit of line movement on the puck line. It was around plus 115 when I got it. And it's now around minus 105. The Blackhawks are coming in losing 6 straight games. Granted, 3 of those are in overtime. But the games they didn't lose in overtime, they got puck line. There's a team that got puck line against the Arizona Coyotes. Let that sink in for a second.
Oof.
And Vegas is a team that's been winning. They have won 3 of their last 5 games since returning from the COVID break. 5-1 against the Rangers. They beat the Ducks 3-1, and they beat the Kings 6-3. So the games they're winning, they're puck lining teams. The games they're not, they're losing by 1 goal. So I really like Vegas in this spot. I think that they take care of business in this one. This has 4-2, 5-2 written all over it. Give me the Knights. Go Knights, go. Puck line and the over 5.5 in this spot.
Let's get it. Lex Steele says that North Dakota State has won 8 out of the last 10 FCS championships,
and they have 2 first round quarterbacks in the last 5 years as well, with Trey Lance and Carson Wentz.
There you go. What's good? What's good, Francisco? Gave the like, appreciate it. Loaded up on VGK props this morning. I have 8. Good luck.
I wouldn't talk you off of that. Yeah.
2 games left, Nick. 2 games left. Rangers, Ducks is the next one. This one's essentially a pick 'em as well. Total of 5.5, Nick. Are we a little bit quacked up for this game?
Yeah. By the way, one last thing I wanted to mention with that Vegas game that's an interesting storyline for this one. It's the return of Marc-Andre Fleury to Vegas.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I just wanted to put that one out there.
Maybe he might want to stay there after he's done.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to leave. He was beloved in Vegas. And now he's in front of a team that sucks. So he definitely got the short end of the stick there. New York Rangers at the Anaheim Ducks here. And Rangers are 22-9-4, 18-17 against the spread, 21-12 over under, 12-6-2 on the road. On the other side, the Ducks 18-11-7. They're 27-9 against the spread this year. Pretty good against the spread number. 16-19 over under. 11-4-4 at home. They're pretty good home team. And this is a game where it is a wait and see for me, because there's a bunch of question marks that I need answers to before I go ahead and bet this game. Is it going to be Igor Shesterkin or Alexander Georgiev? That's a huge question for me. If it's Georgiev, I definitely look towards the Ducks. Are we getting Trevor Zegras back? Are we getting Hampus Lindholm back? Are we getting John Gibson back? Are we getting Sam Carrick back? Are we getting not Derek Grant back because he's on the IR? What's the deal with Ryan Getzlaf and Adam Henrique? I need to know a little bit more in this game before I go ahead and bet it. I want to get involved on the Ducks here at even money. I think that's a nice little spot for them here. I've loved the Ducks all season long, and I would lean there. But I didn't get to this game, and I might later in the day if the news goes my way.
There you go. Wait and see for that one.
Yeah.
I'm a bit worried. Fleury plays amazing in his return to Vegas.
I think Vegas lights him up.
Stolazar is confirmed for the Ducks. Stolazar we trust?
Stolars we trust, right?
All good. Final game of the day, Red Wings, Kings. Kings are about a 145 favorite in this game. Total of 5.5. Wow, I cannot speak. Where are you going in this one, Nick?
Yeah, I really love the Kings in this matchup here. I got this line at 135. And we get Detroit on the road. We all know how great Detroit is on the road. That's sarcasm. They suck. And I would still bet this at 145. This is one of my handicappy home picks for today, by the way. I like the Kings at minus 135, minus 140 in this spot. Jonathan Quick has looked actually not bad this year. 10, 8, and 4, but a 2.40 goals allowed average and 921 save percentage. Granted, what we saw last year compared to what we saw last year, he's definitely resurged his career a couple of years back. And this Kings team, I think, is an underrated team. And we have Detroit, who is 10-4-1 on the road. This is a team that struggled on away from home. And I think we continue to see that today. I like the Kings in this spot here. I'm rocking the Kings jersey today. I think they get the job done.
Let's get it. Let's get it, Nick. That is everything for today. Or at least all the all the games we're going to go over. There's a big college basketball slate today. Once again, me and Nick have 58 plays up on the site today. It was 59, and then that Michigan State game got canceled. We had the over in that game. That one got taken off. If there's a day to do this, it's the day. Nick, I'm going to go roll the bumper so people know what I'm talking about.
Hey guys, EarleSportsBets.com has finally launched, and to show our appreciation for you, click on the link below or go to EarleSportsBets.com/promo to get the 7-day package for only $49. That's $120 in savings. Thanks, guys.
Yes, I don't preach it often, but if you're going to do it, today is 100% the day to do it. Just to give you an idea of what we have, let me actually pull up the website because I feel like this is important to do. Let me pull up me and Nick first. Yes, this is going to be a big day. Package A, Package B, Package C, Package D, Package F. All of those have 9 plays apiece, along with an NBA, and then a 5-gamer late at night. And then I think Nick's going to put up his hockey one soon. So lots of stuff today. I believe we're going to ultimately have 70 plays up today on the site. So if there's a day to do it, today is the day. Go ahead and grab that. Let's get it. Lex likes the over 5.5 in that Detroit game. Thanks, guys. Let's get it. Let's get it today, guys. Recap for today. But before we do the recap, if you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Almost at 1,600 subscribers. I think we're at 1,571 or something like that. So getting close to 1,600. Really, really cool. So we appreciate that. Also, links in the description below: Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, and our merch, along with the Earle Sports Bets website and our TikTok, all linked down below. Follow us all on those social medias. Speaking of Picks and Parleys, Craig did his show earlier. Me and Nick live now. Higgs live in about 25 minutes, 1:30 for Morning Wood with Allie Burns. No. What do you call it today? No game time decision today because it is Saturday. But lots of content coming out. Lots of free pick videos on all the sites. Go ahead, check them all out. Picks and Parleys, Earle Sports Bets, and winning free picks. Small little card for me, just because I don't bet hockey. I didn't bet any in the NFL today. I have all the college basketball games bets. That's where my money's at today. For the NBA, I got Milwaukee on the money line, Indiana +3, and Miami +8.5. Nick?
Yeah, a little bit bigger of a slate for me because I have a little bit of hockey. I'm on the Chiefs -10 in the NFL. I'm on the Penguins money line and the over 5.5. I'm on the Hurricanes. I'm on the Lightning. I am on the Lightning over 5.5. I'm on the Devils and Blue Jackets over. I'm on the over in Colorado and Toronto. I'm on the Vegas puck line and over 5.5. I'm on the Detroit Red Wings over 5.5, Detroit and Kings over 5.5, and the LA Kings on the money line.
Let's get it. That's going to do it. Nick, finish on out the stream for today.
Yeah, that's just going to about wrap it up for this one. We want to thank you guys, as always, for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. And turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out the video here at Earle Sports Bets, or we go live, which is every single morning, 10 or 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Sports Bet Show. But that's going to just about wrap it up for this one. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here, as always, by my brother Tim. And this has been another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Thank you, guys.